Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Monday, April 29th, 2024. Let's jump into the charts. This is the weekly chart. A couple of weeks ago, we closed clearly below this channel bottom, and then we opened Monday, Tuesday of last week, and then we had the earnings on Wednesday of last week. Sorry about that. And gapped right back above it. In fact, on the daily chart, sorry about this. On the daily chart, you can see it actually clearly here. Although you don't see the channel structure, you can see Monday, Tuesday, gapped higher Wednesday, and that was that. That gap higher and leapfrogging back above this structure. On the daily chart, I think we can see it better. I think maybe not. No, I don't have it illustrated anywhere on the daily chart. My apologies. But on the daily chart is much clearer. What we were anticipating, though, following that was 177.27, and that doesn't change. That same formation on the weekly chart is 177.04. So it is 177 handle resistance that has been our objective since Wednesday's settlement, and it can contain buying through May, perhaps. And from here, we could fall back into the low 130s within 2 to 3 weeks of doing so. 133.26 is the channel bottom. That is not labeled, but it is the channel bottom to the 177.27 channel top. Now, if we close above 177.27, that does set off a meaningful buy signal that should play out through May and into June. The 229 even channel top, then considered, this is like a 2 to 3 month objective. I would say by the end of June, we should see this formation if we close today above 177.27. Until then, we have a lower low, lower high dynamic that's played out since early in the year, and that remains in control below 177.27. So 177.27 is a solid zone to take profits in if you happen to get long the middle of last week. It's also an area where you can play the short side as we move into May trade, through May trade. From here, once again, we can fall back, to channel support that is not labeled here at 133.26. Now, on the way down for the day, I do have 165.60 is just this trend line that is an intraday level, can contain intraday weakness. It did contain Friday selling pressures, above which 177.27 in reach, possibly today. If we break 165.60, we can fall and probably would back to 160.51, this former double bottom. And also sort of holding that 160.51 up is the gap low from Wednesday of last week, 157.51. I do think that if we were to close today below 157.51, that indicates a good weekly high. We should see within about 3 to 5 days 138.35, and that channel bottom that is not labeled here at 133.26 would be a 1 to 2 week target if we close today below. It's basically 157.51, this formation here. So 157.51 to 160.51 still has pivot point qualities for the day and into later week, and above which we are still anticipating 177.27 within the week. But if we close below 160.51 and yes, 157.51, that pivots the market south through the rest of the week. We should within 3 to 5 days test 138.35, and over the next 1 to 2 weeks this 133.26 formation. As far as the big long-term picture goes, I'm really not stepping out for any long-term moves just yet. I do respect this channel bottom's ability to contain at least weekly, possibly monthly selling pressures at 133.26. In terms of the big picture, that's the only thing we have going for a longer term move. Once again, that would be a settlement today above 177.27. Don't be short Tesla, in my opinion, into June trade. Excuse me. If we happen to close above 177.27, because I do think over the next month or two we should reach 229 even. Until then, for those of you who are bearish Tesla and you're looking for a place to sell it, that is it, 177.27. From here we can fall back into the lower 130s, 133.26 channel support within 2 to 3 weeks of testing 177.27. And sure, we could continue further south, but right now my sell signal to the downside in terms of selling on weakness rather than strength would be a settlement below this channel bottom at 133.26. I think that pretty much sums it up for Monday's Tesla. I'll be back tomorrow with Tuesdays, of course. You have a great day.